And so now we have had our little refresher course in why we need to be saved, and we have a sense of how God moves to save. So let's zero in on why he does it. Verse 4, we see that God saves people because of his great love with which he loved us. Now, I told you, Paul gives us 3 reasons here. Do you think it's an accident this was the first one? God is trying to tell you something. Trying to tell you something very serious about himself and about how he sees you. He says that because of the great love with which he loved us, and note that he loved us even when we were dead in our trespasses. Now let's go back to the physical for a minute. I would dare say all of us have had some loved one who has passed away. When our loved ones pass away, we tend to stop thinking about what is in their best interest. We tend to start focusing on other things, other people. There's nothing wrong with that. It is part of our nature. But what Paul is telling us here is that when we were dead, God did not forget about us in the least. He did not move on to the next thing. He continued to love us the same as when we were alive. For that brief amount of time before Adam and Eve sinned in the garden, human beings were alive. And the scripture says that God used to walk with them in the evening, that he talked with them, that he instigated a relationship with them. And now Paul says, even when humanity passed into death because of trespasses and sin, God continued to love us. And the love that Paul has in mind here is not that warm, fuzzy stuff. It's easy to feel good about somebody who lives the way you want them to live. It's easy to feel affection towards someone who is compliant with your desire. It's that rascal who ignores everything you say, who looks you in the face and says, yes, ma'am, yes, sir, and then does the exact opposite of what you just told him. They're the ones that are hard to hold affection for. But Paul is not talking about affection here. Paul is talking about something deeper, something more meaningful than that. He uses the Greek word agapeo, which refers to an intense desire to see the best possible outcome for the one you love, no matter what it costs. Paul is describing God's determined conviction to do what is absolutely best for each and every human being, no matter what it cost him to do it. And that kind of commitment is not dependent on the nature or character of the one who is loved. It is absolutely, totally, wholly, and completely dependent on the nature and character of the one who loves. When I ask, why does God save? Paul tells you one reason God saves is for your sake. He gave Jesus to pay the penalty for your sin because he wants you to have the best possible outcome. That's what it means to talk about his great love with which he loved us. And understand that when Paul says with which he loved us means you. Us means you. Us means each and every one of you.